Is there anything we can do to make you more comfortable?
Just DC Weekly.
I'll see what I can do.
Hey, down in front!
Hi, I'm Paul T. Kane, and welcome back to another episode of Down in Front. And with me is my friend Robert Ganyu.
Thank you, Paul. Here at Down in Front, we review both good movies and bad movies, the best and worst you may find in your own DVD collection. This feels weird. Give me a second. Alright, much better. When the two of us started this show, we were trying to come up with ideas for movies to review. And the first thing that came to my mind was one of my all-time favorites, Jon Ronson's The Men Who Stare at Goats.
This film has an all-star cast, with actors such as George Clooney, Jeff Bridges, Ewan McGregor, Kevin Spacey, a goat. Holy cow, that's a lot of actors.
This government comedy is based on Jon Ronson's book, The Men Who Stare at Goats.
The film grossed over $32 million, and surprisingly, it was only on a budget of $25 million.
Our information comes from imdb.com, and our trailer comes from youtube.com. So let's get ready to channel our inner Jedi and review The Men Who Stare at Goats. Bah! Bob Wilton, an investigative reporter, is of course down on his luck. His wife just left him for his boss, and he's not being stimulated by his projects for the paper he works for.
So he bargains for the opportunity to do a piece on the war going on in Iraq, and he gets it.
As soon as he gets settled in his hotel in Kuwait, he feels jealous of his journalist peers sharing war stories over drinks in the lobby. Then he runs into a man at the bar, Lynn Cassidy.
Lynn shares with Bob the work he used to do for the government himself. Bob, thinking he has found the story, digs deeper, where he learns about the CIA project called New Earth Army.
The New Earth Army explores nonviolent and psychological approaches to war as a strategic advantage over enemies.
The group of men tried to ghost through walls, predict the future, dissolve clouds, and even try to kill goats, all with the power of the mind.
We learn that Lynn is in Iraq because he was trying to find his old team and save them from the dark side of the Force.
Larry Hooper was another member of the team, but he focused on the power versus the good that the program could have done. Hooper was always jealous of Cassidy, and when Lynn retired from the team, he gave him a dim mock, or as we know it as, the death touch.
When Bob and Lynn finally meet up with the new version of the New Earth Army, they find out that it's led by Hooper. And they found that the group has dramatically changed for the worse. When Lynn was still in the group, he was the best. He was the only member who was able to kill goats with his mind, but that left him feeling guilty, and he was never able to get over it.
Lynn and Bob drugged the entire base and released prisoners who were being tortured by Barney the purple dinosaur, as well as the goats that were being there just to be killed by the power of the mind.
Lieutenant Colonel Django used funds from the project's black budget to procure prostitutes.
That's a lie.
And to get drugs for himself and his men.
Well, the hooker thing is definitely a lie.
The elements of this story are more true than you would believe.
Our tax dollars at work. This movie makes you think, this movie makes you laugh, but we need to think of a grade this week. So Paul, what will it be?
Well, this film has an A-list cast. Let's see, it's also got good humor, and it's got a crazy story. And my inner Jedi is telling me that this movie deserves an A.
All right, an A. Well, folks, there you have it. Come back to Down in Front next week while we review Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's The Lost World.
Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to contact us at info@tcweekly.org and subscribe to us on iTunes. I'm Paul T. Kane.
And I'm Robert Gagnon. This was Down in Front, and we'll see you again next week. Adios, amigos.
Jody, hey, I'm so glad you could meet me for drinks.
Thank you. I am delighted to be here, too.
This is a great place. I think you'll enjoy the music.
Good. I haven't heard jazz in a while.
Here we go. So this is a great place.
This is amazing. I love jazz.
I love jazz too. You know, it's a shame. This is the best place in town to get liquor since Prohibition.
You know, I even heard that Al Capone came here the other day.
And I've been hearing a lot about him and Bugs Moran. You know who's new on the most wanted list? Johnny Nasty. I hear this is the most popular place for some of the most notorious mobsters in town.
You know, it seems kind of quiet here tonight.
Yeah, a little bit. You know, earlier today, I saw this poster about Johnny. Have you seen this?
Dead or alive?
There's a reward out for his capture.
$500? Yeah. I knew Johnny Nasty when he was a little boy, and he was the nicest boy. Hard to believe that he's turned into this.
I have a hard time believing it too. But $500 is a lot of money.
It is.
Hey, Bart, how about some of that fine Irish whiskey?
Isn't that Johnny Nasty? Wait, don't look, wait. He might be looking this way. Doesn't that look like Johnny?
It is. I think it is.
Sure. It's a little dark over there. What are we gonna do? I think he's coming over here. Act natural.
Hey, dolls. What are you doing here tonight?
Hi, Johnny. What are you doing here? Do you know you're wanted?
I am?
Yeah. Didn't you see the poster? They've got a $500 reward on you, dead or alive.
And look, they even have your picture.
Uh-oh.
That looks like Johnny Nasty.
Oh, it's the coppers. You guys gotta help me. I can't go back to the big house again. I have more films to make.
We can do the back door.
All right.
Hope you gotta drive.
Okay. Where do you want me to go, Johnny?
Just get us out of here.
All right.
This is not the last you've seen out of me, Johnny Nasty.
You're not gonna catch me, dead or alive.
Hope and Johnny, I hope you made a great getaway. I did. I got the $500 reward on Johnny, so If you ever need any cash, stop by and see me sometime.
I hear it happens every time.
Dude!
Wade, I have to hand it to you, man. That final playoff game, that was a good win, man. You had a great season. Congratulations, dude.
Don't forget who's playing you, man. It's me. It's me.
Yeah, championship game tomorrow, man. I know. Hey, you get some sleep tonight because you're gonna need it for tomorrow.
Okay, see you later, buddy. All right.
Jeez, I got the best friend in the world. I'm so smoking him tomorrow. Whew.
Today we're talking about endurance for surviving in the zombie apocalypse. We're talking about endurance mentally, physically, and emotionally. Physical fitness is going to be one of your main things. Physically, you're going to have to be faster and smarter. It's survival of the fittest. Take a look at this athlete. Although he's not dressed to survive in the zombie apocalypse, his endurance is key. He's a well-oiled machine. Just like in the animal kingdom, it's the strongest and the fastest that survives. Survival of the fittest, all right, and if you ain't fit, you don't stand a chance. So join us next time when we'll show you how to choose the weapons to survive in a zombie apocalypse world.
Hi, my name is Robert Buchholz. I'm an instructor for the web development program at NWTC. I've been an instructor since 2006. The web development program covers two different areas of interest. We will focus on the design area of web development, where students will learn skills related to actual designing of websites. And then we'll also go on and work on the programming aspects of building websites. So its focus is both design and programming. The current job market for web development is actually pretty strong. We're recovering out of the recessionary period, and with most things related to web development, all aspects of industry are looking to the web to solve their business needs, so there is a continuous demand for students when they graduate from our program. My favorite part to teach is the new technology, and that's one of the attributes that's necessary if you're going to be working in web development, is to be interested in new technology. So constantly pursuing new things, learning new techniques. That's something that I'm interested in as well too. The ideal candidate for the web development program is somebody who is, number one, interested in a field where you have to stay on top of things. So you're interested in continually learning new techniques and new technology. And it's someone who has to be willing to pay attention to detail. Our field is very detail oriented, so you need to be able to take a look at the fine details and make sure everything is working correctly.
So here I was, tied up in Johnny's basement, with memories of the last week replaying in my mind. I saw myself at the park after Johnny went his separate way, left alone with my thoughts. I remembered Derek and his insistent calls, and the troubling meeting we had on a rainy night. I recalled the note on a hand, and the disappointment of meeting Paul instead, followed by my talk with my lawyer. I could still feel the weight of the gun Paul gave me, but I'm getting ahead of myself. You probably want to know how I got here. Well, it certainly wasn't boring.
What have you got me into?
Derek was an old colleague of mine who I asked to investigate Chris Eastman. He insisted we meet here, at this bus stop.
Derek, what are you doing? Why are you calling me?
When you told me to look into Chris Eastman, you didn't warn me about the attention it might draw.
What are you talking about?
They've been following me. They tapped my phones. They stripped me of all my resources. They took everything.
Calm down. What's going on?
They know about Johnny.
What?
They say he has a criminal past. He's dangerous. I mean, what do you know about him?
I didn't have an answer, but I knew where I hoped to find one. Maybe I would learn more about Johnny at Kane Park.
Josh, I need to talk to you.
Paul T. Kane. Suffice to say, I'm not happy to see him. We've been through this before, Paul. Can't do this anymore. I'm tired of playing this game.
It's about Johnny.
Yeah, I know. He's awesome. You're a huge fan.
Yeah, I know, but where is Johnny?
You know perfectly well that we parted ways. You broke the news on your show.
So, you watch my podcasts?
Yeah, I saw it once. Very clever, by the way, using your co-host's hands to draw me into this little trap. Thanks a lot for invading my privacy.
We're both in the same business. Don't be a hypocrite.
Yeah, well, neither one of us has shows anymore. I'm done. We can both go on to our pathetic lives.
The show's not real.
What are you talking about?
The show is just a means of following around Johnny.
Okay, now, that's just creepy.
You wouldn't say that if you knew why.
Then tell me.
Johnny's a dangerous man.
Yeah, I know. He killed Chris.
That's not it.
What?
There's more. That's why I need your help.
I didn't know what to do. I could only stare at the gun in my hand, contemplating my next move. There was only one place I could turn.
Alright, if you want my advice, here it is.
Nick Robotka, mobile lawyer. He's always on the move, slightly psychotic, and the only lawyer willing to take my case.
Forget about the contract. From what you told me, the state of your show is the least of things that you should be concerned about right now. Sometimes you just need to know when to walk away, even if it's kind of hard to do. More importantly though, you should have consulted me before this whole show began. You offered me too many unknowns for comfort, and I would never approve a deal with a faceless employer. Did you do the background check already?
No, the employer did.
That's a major mistake. You can't trust this unknown entity. Always do your own background checks. What's wrong with you, dude? Come on. You should have talked with me. After learning more about this Johnny person through your testimony, I have no doubt that the information is incomplete.
What do I do now?
In all honesty, I would set up a meeting with the employer face to face. More importantly, I would advise you not to be passive this time. This isn't like the last case, which was an accident. You have to take action. My advice to you, do what is necessary. Do not take the coward's way out.
I don't quite remember what happened next. It's kind of a blur. I remember going down to meet the employer and being hit in the back of the head with a mug. I saw a glimpse of familiarity, and then it all went to black. Johnny?
To another episode of Skate Essentials. It's hunting weekend, and my co-host is hunting, so this is my co-host, Devin Lindstrom. Hello. Enjoy the episode.
The first trick today is a varial kickflip. A varial kickflip is a combination of a kickflip and a pop shove it. The board flips and rotates 180 degrees. Next trick is a tray flip. A tray flip is the same as a varial, but a varial is 180 degrees and a tray flip goes 360 degrees.
So the key and the different stances is it's goofy, regular, fakey, and nollie.
The first stance we have is goofy. which means your right foot is in the front. And that is your dominant foot that you'll be doing all your tricks and all the flips with. The next stance is regular, which means your left foot is in the front. So if you're goofy and you do a trick in the regular stance, that's called switch. If you're regular and you do a trick goofy, that's switch for you. And that's a key to know. The next stance is nollie, which means your dominant foot is in the front. And the last stance before we start getting the tricks is fakie. And that is you're in your regular stance and you're moving backwards.
DJ Dougie Fresh Productions.
That's all I got.